And now to our top story. Democrats are claiming victory this morning after former Special Counsel Robert Mueller agreed to testify before Congress regarding his investigation into Russian meddling of the 2016 campaign. It will be an open session before a pair of House committees on July 17th. Democrats have been clamoring to learn more about possible obstruction by the president, while Republicans say they've got plenty of questions about the origins of the investigation itself. The president already tweeting about this planned testimony, calling it, quote, presidential harassment. Let's bring in attorney David Bruno, Fox News. We should add here, David has learned that Mueller would only appear under subpoena, which was planned, and the Democrats did not tell the Republicans about their plans to subpoena Mueller. What do you make of all of these overnight developments?
I think this was inevitable, because it would have been very hard for Mueller to not appear if he did get the subpoena, and ultimately it did come to that point. I think that this can go both ways for the Republicans and the Democrats. For the Democrats, it breathes life to the report, and now you get some sound bites from Mueller about some of the deep dives into the report. But for the Republicans, I think it's an excellent opportunity to show in part one there was no collusion, no contacts. I think the Republicans are going to have some problems with part two and the obstruction of justice lines that were added to the report. I don't think he's going to have many friends in the room on that day.
Now, including those text messages between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, and, of course, why the investigation began in the first place and really should it have begun. I want you to listen, though, to your point. This was Lindsey Graham on Hannity last night.
Did you turn it over to the Attorney General to decide about obstruction? And the Attorney General said I did, and I'm not going to revisit it. So it is case closed for me. So they can do anything they want to in the House, and I think it'll blow up in their face.
You think it's going to blow up in their faces?
Well, Mueller did not want to testify. And even in the letter that went with the subpoena from Schiff and Nadler yesterday, it says that Mueller stands by his report and he wants to stay within the four corners. So what are they going to add is the big question. What is the scope of this investigation? And yes, I agree. On part one, it's certainly going to backfire on the Democrats because there's no collusion, there's no contacts. And so Mueller, I agree on that point.
And Mueller also, when he came out, he said that, remember at the time, he said this is going to be his only public statement. He said the report is my report. That is my testimony. Now he's going to be asked to rehash all of this. But Jay Sekulow, President Trump's attorney, came out, and I thought this was interesting. He said, look, we expect his testimony on July 17th will be his report.
Right.
Which, to your point, many say that this was case closed, and now it's going to get rehashed.
You're right. I think there could be a lot of disappointing people watching this hearing if Mueller is going to stick to the four corners of the report. Because then he's not going to go into the inception of the investigation. He's not going to go into the deliberations and why he didn't do certain things. So that's the next question that I have as what is going to be the limits of this, because we could all be very disappointed.
Yeah. What do you make of the fact that Republicans have plenty of questions of their own? Do you think that this could actually open up, we talked about investigating the investigators, how this whole thing begun. Do you think that Mueller could possibly give us some clues in this appearance next month that would show that maybe this whole thing should never have begun in the first place?
Probably not, just because of the comments from Mueller before, the letter, as I previously said. And I don't think that he's going to go real far past the report.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got some time to figure it out. David Bruno. David, thanks for getting up early on this breaking news. We appreciate it.
Take care. Have a good day.